Today, I'm gonna show you how I would make Thanksgiving if there were no rules, which there aren't, by the way. We're gonna keep the essence of the mains of Thanksgiving and make them kind of avant-garde a little bit, because I like to play. So, happy fucking Thanksgiving. First dish we're gonna be tackling is the turkey. We're actually not doing a turkey at all. Why the f are we subjecting ourselves to turkey? They don't taste good, your mom doesn't cook it well. You never have to eat a turkey again. I absolutely could not be to make a turkey today. We're still gonna do a bird, but we're gonna do a duck, using some of the same techniques as you would for a Peking duck. We're gonna steal its wings, and you'll figure out why later on. Wings. See, we're gonna cut it in there, break it. 1 wing, 2 wings. All right, wings, come back to those. Duck. We're gonna fondle her a little bit. We're gonna pierce the skin a little bit. Sometimes you wanna blow up the skin if you have like a bike pump or something, but I don't have a bike pump today, so we're just skipping that part. It's not that serious, we're gonna be fine. Next thing we're gonna do is douse it in boiling water, which sounds kind of weird, but that's gonna tighten up the skin, everything's gonna contract. Thoughts, Susie?
I thought that was really cool. I didn't know that could ever happen.
Then we're gonna tie her up, old BDS duck. We're going to tie her up, hang her upside down in the fridge overnight to dry out. We put this tray down here to collect BDS duck juices. This is maybe one of like the foulest things I've done in a long time, but it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
You learn something new by watching Olivia's videos. Like and subscribe.
And we will return to her tomorrow. The wings. We stole these wings from the duck that we tied up and bondaged in the fridge. Now, we also, duck carcasses, any animal carcasses that you want, not that hard to come by. Look at the blood everywhere. It's giving like, Susie fell off my golf cart.
I cracked my skull.
She did.
And I have multiple brain bleeds.
Oh, God.
I'm risky like that.
Carcasses. See that shit? And they're gonna go in the oven. And yes, my rack is not big enough. And that's a lifelong issue. It's the one that I got. Bye.
I don't know where else to sit with that.
Yeah, you kind of almost died, maybe. There's a whole lot of things going on in this room I can't tell you about. So we're just gonna go into a tight frame now. It's hot already. Bing, bing, bang. Oil. All the veggies. Carcass. Look at that. That's a roasted fucking carcass. See, now what I'm doing, it looks violent. It's actually what you have to do. Because all this is gonna break down. And force will make it faster. Bring it to a boil, lower the heat, let it simmer for a long, long time.
Would you believe it? Look at that shit. You ever seen a stock like this?
Looks fucking crazy. Looks really, wow.
The stock, it's been boiling now for a couple hours. We went outside and we were drinking. And now, here we are.
All right. I'm weirdly freaked out to like take it down. Let's get her. She had a rough night. So we chilled the duck overnight to dry it out, and we're gonna get a really crispy skin. We really got it yesterday. Yeah, that is a very dry duck. All right, this little glaze for the duck. This is fresh pomegranate juice. Whole bunch of thyme. We're gonna cook this down until it's really syrupy and all the natural sugar is coming through. Syrupy in 3, 2. Okay. Looks like it's just a little bit. That's all you need. Duck. There she is. And that little glaze that we made. No pastry brush, but we're just gonna have to fondle it on, which feels appropriate after what we've done to her so far. Just gonna brush her just a little bit. So you don't need a lot, just a little bit. Now, all set up here. I know you see those potatoes. Roasted in fucking duck fat. Season it. Really don't want her to be sitting lopsided like this, but she seems to want to. Maybe like wedged, yeah. Oh yeah. All right, duck. Going in the oven for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. Bye-bye.
It's time to roast the duck, bitch.
All right, now we're gonna make a jus, a cranberry jus. We're gonna combine the two, and it's gonna do all the jobs that it needs to do. It's gonna be way better than both, okay? So, here I have a pot, okay? Pot's gonna heat up. Actually, genuinely fresh squeezed cranberry juice that we squeezed, okay? Going in there. Red wine, shallot, shit ton of herbs. We're just gonna put that on like a medium heat, and we're gonna let it reduce, and then we're gonna come back. Bang, we'll be back, maybe. We'll decide if we finish this video. Imagine we just didn't, imagine it just ended like right here. Welcome back. It's boiling. Yep, Do you see that? It has reduced. Alcohol is cooked out and it's getting kind of like dark and sugary from our fresh juice and shit. Now, duck stock. Remember that? We made that yesterday. We're just gonna pour it in and then we're just gonna let it cook again. And you'll see what happens next later. Bitch. Sauce has finished reducing. See that? Duck. It's peaking. All right, there's our duck. Now the duck's gotta rest. Duck gonna rest for a little while. Don't look at that, okay? She's fucking peaking. Don't worry about it. I'm also peaking. Everybody's peaking. Susie's concussed and she's peaking. With the duck. What do you think about that? Our next side is gonna be mac and cheese. Very difficult to put a spin on. Kind of all been done before. Very tired. Hold on. So today, we're going to make honey nut squash cavatelli. Then, we're gonna make a sage-infused cream sauce base, maybe with some leeks in it, haven't decided yet. And we're gonna make a cornbread crumble topping. We're gonna juice the squash, which I've never done before. I gotta peel it first, which is a fucking pain in the ass. Now we gotta cut it into little pieces. Don't want the seeds in there. Okay, squash, getting juiced. Look at that. Should we tell Susie it's orange juice? We're gonna reduce the squash juice. It's really good. In fact, it's delicious. Now, we gotta make our crumble. And this is a cornbread, and I didn't bake it. Just gonna break it up a little bit into like chunks. Because if we break it down to nothing, then it's gonna fall apart. We're gonna put it in the oven, we're gonna dry it out. Yeah. We have our chilled squash juice. To make this pasta, we're gonna put 1 egg yolk into our squash juice, 0 flour, and put some of our concoction in there. Yeah, look at that. It's becoming dough. A pretty soft dough for Cavatelli. What are you laughing at? I feel sad. And what else? What are you gonna do? You just keep going. But there's a lake outside. Show them the lake, Dalian. You like that shit. There's our little dough ball. Now it's gonna rest. It's gonna rest for 5-10 minutes. And this is gonna end up magically cleaned and you're gonna have no idea how. We're just gonna snap and we're gonna be back. All right, be right back. Back. That was so fucking corny. There's our dough ball. Now, we're gonna turn these into cavatelli. I'm gonna cut this into strips, roll them. Okay, now we got little logs. We cut them into little pieces like this. Okay, it's a gnocchi board, cavatelli board, fucking piece of wood with stripes. And we do this all day. You know, this is probably like what my grandma did all day, like on a street corner. All right, there's our cavatellis. Look at them, they're pretty fucking cute. Now we're gonna put these in the freezer. Cornbread, toasty. Ignore the parts that are a little bit very toasty. So, you know, it's a little bit crispy, craggly. It's a little moist in the middle though. Okay, we're gonna put it in the bowl, break it up a little bit. And the rest of this, don't worry about that. I'm gonna use it again later. All right, so we're gonna break this up. We want some variation in chunk. A couple bigger pieces, it's fun. This is a bunch of thyme. Microplane. Nope, it's not a microplane, it's fucking cheese grater. Parmesan. Yeah. Chopped up sage. Going in there. Okay, we're gonna mix it all up. Then, pinch of cheddar now, and we're gonna layer the whole thing with cheese at the end. Crumbled. Now, we're gonna make a cheese sauce. Melt some butter. Let the butter melt. Flour. A little bit of milk. Stir. Sage leaves. Bring it to a boil. Okay, so this is boiling now. See that? Boiling. Salts. Cavatelli. Now for our cheese sauce. White cheddar, Gruyere, white American. Sounds weird. I don't really give a shit. It's good. We're making like a pretty basic cheese sauce just because there's a lot of other things going on. Heat's off now. All right, Cavatelli, once they float, they're done. Look at how cute they are. Look at them, flotation. They're going in. They are floating. Oh my God. I mean, look at that shit. Look at that. That is some decadent shit right there. One more salt. Finish her off. Okay, it looks real saucy right now, but when you bake mac and cheese, it soaks up so much of that moisture into the noodle. So, trust me. We're gonna do 2 little kind of side dishes here. This is gonna be sexy. Oh yeah. Okay, so, hell yeah.
Now, a little mix of our cheddar and Gruyere mixed together. Oh, I'm making a mess. We're gonna put some right on top, okay? Assembly. Here is our little cornbread crumble mixture. We're gonna put it all up on there. More cheese on top. I'm not fucking around in the cheese department, okay? Now we're gonna throw these in the oven for, I don't know, until they're brown on top. Mac and cheese in the oven. Mac and cheese. Bubbling. Okay, hell yeah. Mashed potatoes. We're gonna roast our mashed potatoes directly underneath the duck. In your case, might be a turkey, whatever you got. You could also do this with the chicken, but it's gonna sit underneath this duck while the duck roasts, and then all of like the fat and shit is gonna soak up into the potatoes and make them really, really good. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Move the duck for 1 second. Kind of like that. Literally just a splash of water. Put them down. No peeling, no bullshit, no nothing. A little bit of salt on them, just because we should. Now back to our duck. See all that duck fat and shit? It's really good. Now we're gonna take these potatoes, we're gonna rice them into some hot cream. Salt in the cream. You have a look at this little potato chip. Okay, you can just keep doing that. Yeah. Went surprisingly well. No, mashed potatoes really don't want to be cute, do they? For our next side, we're gonna make stuffing. Apparently a lot of you guys make stuffing out of a box. I don't have a crazy twist on it or anything, but we're gonna make a sausage and sourdough stuffing. It's gonna be fucking good, all right? And the first thing we're gonna do is to prep the veggies. We need leeks, rough chopped. They're not the smallest pieces in the world. You're gonna be fine. Next, mushrooms. You can use any kind of mushrooms you can get. I really like these oyster mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, just don't fucking put them in. You're gonna be okay. Don't have to go crazy. I don't feel like it. Mushrooms, prepped. It's the police, Stallion. So we have like half a loaf of sourdough bread here. Make sure specifically that you rip the crust small, because the crust is good, but you don't want really big pieces of it that are gonna be hard. Then we're gonna throw this in the oven. In the oven. Dry it out, all right? Sausages. What's it called, what they do to the babies? Circumcise your sausages. Let me show you how you do that. Don't you forget that. We're gonna go to the stove. Big pot, high heat. Some oil in there. Sausage. Break it up. Kind of gross. I don't love this. Now y'all let the sausage sit there so it gets brown. Okay, it's time to break up. Time to break up the sausages though. Sausages. See them? Now they got like little brown shit going on. You like that? I know you do. And you want them in little tiny pieces. So break it up. Now, mushrooms going in. Mix them all up, get everybody covered in some fucking fat, find the good even spacing, and then walk away for a second. They need to brown. They must brown. It's a long day. All right. See, now they're getting a little brown. You're gonna scrape, mix them around. You don't want soggy mushroom. Now we're gonna pick some thyme and some sage. We're gonna chop it up real tiny, okay? So we're gonna throw it in there. All of it, a lot of it. Stuffing and herbs, okay? It's just a thing. You gotta be putting a lot of herbs and shit. You're not putting enough herbs and shit, and I know that. Yeah, mushrooms start to look brown. Herbs. Leeks. Butter. Start to cook down. Some garlic. White wine? Yeah. That was disgusting. Okay, now we cook down again. Now guess what? It cooks again. Would you believe it? It's gonna cook again. This is our homemade duck stock. Butter. Okay, it's a lot of butter. Why the fuck not? It's Thanksgiving. Your only point is to be like a big fat fuck. Okay, butter is melting. Once this butter melts, hell yeah. Little bit of dried cherries, dried cranberries, whatever the fuck you got. I think a way you can make them a little bit better, a little bit less invasive in your stuffing is by chopping them up a little bit. But like a good tangy bite and something very savory, we fuck with that. There we go. And throw them in there. They're going in. Bread. Bread. Oh. Bread. Having a day, Dalian. Everything's happening. bread. I'm just gonna like toss them all up in there. Let it kind of soak in, you know? Nice. Salt. Just let it absorb for a minute. And then we're gonna put it in a tray. We're gonna bake it. Yep. Some stuffing. You wanna come up to me? Stuffing. In the oven. Stuffing. Wow. There it is. Stuffing. For our next side, we're gonna do a twist on candied yams. Other people call them sweet potato casserole. Kind of a fucked up thing, but I'm into it. So we're gonna do something really, really cool. This might be my favorite twist of the whole episode. We're gonna call it a candied yam pav. And if you don't know what that is, just hold on. It's gonna be fine, okay? We have 3 different kinds of sweet potatoes. Japanese sweet potatoes, the kinds that are purple on the outside and white on the inside. Then we have a purple sweet potato that's just purple on the inside. And then we have a regular like yam. Sweet potato yam, what's the difference? I don't know, I don't really care. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna peel them. How you doing? Still babysitting Susie with her concussion. 1, peeled. Another one. See that? Purple inside. Good job, Carmen. I like to get big ones for this kind of thing because we're gonna have to slice them really, really thin. And it's easier when you're working with a larger piece. Purple one. This big fat motherfucker right here. Okay, good enough. Throw all this shit out. Okay, next step. There are 2 ways to do this. I have some fancy tools here. This is a vegetable sheeter, which I use a lot, and it's very useful to get really long, thin strips of any kind of vegetable. It just spins it around and turns it into sheets. So that's kind of what should be happening. Does anybody know if there's a difference between a sweet potato and a yam? Peanut gallery. Here we go. It's hot. This thing is a fucking piece of shit. This one is really misshapen. Let me show you how you would do it on a mandolin. I'm try to even this out. Now it's slightly more evenly shaped. The reason I'm very adamant about using this roller, it's gonna make things a lot easier when we're assembling the pav. Pain in my fucking ass today. What's going on here? Bowl of potatoes. We're gonna infuse some cream. We have a pot. Ever seen a pot before? There's a pot. Garlic, thyme, sage, cream, salt. All right, now we're gonna bring it to the stove. And let it sit. It's been like 10 minutes. We just let it simmer really low. You see it? You see it? Looks good. Nice and infused, okay? And it's not too much. It's not a whole lot of cream. Now we're gonna take it. All our potatoes. We're gonna strain all this cream over them. Gloves. Very important. All right. Massage them in it. We don't want it to be soupy. See that shit? Evenly. All right, mix it up. But be gentle. Try not to break up your ribbons. So it'll make your life harder. I don't know much about your life. I don't need that today. See that? Look at them. See those fucking colors? Sorry, I gotta stop cursing. This is a family show. Now, butter. Cut it into little cubes. Parchment paper in a deep tray. We're gonna take our potatoes. We're gonna layer like a colored order. It doesn't have to be so precious. Layer. We're layering. Put some butter, tiny bit of brown sugar. Now we're gonna go purple. See why the ribbons are worth it? Just keep layering. Now put more butter, brown sugar. And I have some nutmeg here that I probably should have put in the cream, but I did forget. What are you gonna do about it? White layer going in. Layer, layer, layer. You like that shit, Susie?
Yeah.
Now we have orange layer.
Everybody loves sweet potato.
Yeah. Now, more parchment paper. Tin foil. Into the oven. 3 hours later, pav. We want it to be tender all the way through. Ooh, it's fucking tender all the way through. Put this tin foil back on top. So we're gonna weigh this down as much as we can. Compress the whole thing, so I'm gonna put like a bunch of heavy shit in here. Potatoes, why not? Okay, now the whole thing, we're gonna throw in the freezer to chill really quickly. Bye-bye. Pop. Ooh, fuck, it still smells warm. Pop. Look at that shit. Just a little bit loose. You see that? Now we're gonna bake them again. This is what we're gonna have to do. This was supposed to be marshmallow fluff. You can do it. Okay. It's been a long day. You know, it's been a really fucking long day today. Well, you're not very fucking cute anymore.
I can't believe mothers do this all the time. That was so much work. That was crazy, actually. Happy Thanksgiving.
And you can go fuck yourself.
I need to go now. I need to go.